Hey guys, Kevin here with eTrailer, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Global Link baggage door lock here on our enclosed trailer. So the baggage door lock is really easy to use. Simply pull up on your handle here, lift up, you can get to your items. In our case, our neighbor has a generator that goes right here, so he can slide his generator tray right out, access what he needs. He also stores a little bit of other stuff here. He also has his control panel and his battery right there, so this makes it a lot easier to get in and out. He used to have a cam lock right here. This really wasn't sturdy enough for him. He wanted something he could really grip onto and had a better option for locking it. So we added on our baggage door lock. As you can see, just lift this up. It'll release our little lever right here, allowing the door to open so that we have access. Here's where we keep our generator here on our trailer. So he needs to make sure that he can lock this up because he's got a lot of important pieces right here, especially his circuit breaker panel and his battery, all that. We don't want anybody getting in and messing with anything. Once you're done, simply let it slam, locked in place. It's going to come with 2 keys. It's easily lock. Now nobody's getting in and getting to any of your stuff. So installation is going to vary, obviously, depending on what you have to kind of fight around. With us, it was fairly simple. I just needed to thicken up the door a little bit. Like I said, during the installation portion, this is going to require a 7/10 to 1 1/4 inch door thickness for the inside piece and our outside portion to fully sit correctly. You don't want to have any kind of gap between that. So I ended up having to use a little bit of wood to kind of shore that up and fill in our gap. Other than that, it's really just 4 screws. Fairly simple. So the first thing we're going to do is install our catch. I want this to be evenly spaced. We're sitting at roughly like 34.5 inches. So I'm going to put this around 17 inches. That way when our door closes, if I have it off to one side more, the other side's going to have more play in it. So if we put it in the center, we won't have that issue. Your catch is going to have a little lip on it, and we're just going to slide that right over, and then we'll shoot 2 self-tapping screws down into our metal sheet that we have right here, just so that we can hold that catch in place. It may pop off a little bit as we're playing around with that screw. All right, there we go. Put that back on. So our slam latch is going to fit door thicknesses from 7/10 up to 1 1/4 inch. So because of our RV or trailer door here actually being a little bit less than that, I had to build up a little buffer here to kind of fill in the gap. So what I did was I found exactly where I want to mount my door latch, and then I also drew a little line around because I am going to have to cut that out so that we can have our mechanism fit through the door, and I have it lined up with our catch that we've already installed. So now that we have that in place and we have our line drawn, we can go ahead and cut out our hole. When putting your 2 door parts together, they can only go one way to have the door actually function. We want to make sure that our arm on our handle is going to be touching up against the arm on here, which pulls open our latch. So we'll start, easiest way is to just start with this end, get those lined up, and then just pop that down in place. As you can see, I'm able to open the door now. But now we can go ahead and we can mount it up. And then we're going to stick our latch in. Like I said, we need to make sure that our lever on our handle is also going to match up. There we go. Now that I got them together, we can lift it back up. We can start hand threading in our hardware just so that we can hold it in place and then tighten it down later. All right, now we can come back with our drill gun and Start tightening it down. As we're going, we're going to make sure that we keep this straight. We don't want to turn in it. All right, now we can test it out. As you can see, not much play. We can easily lift that back up, let it slam back in place. So now we can go ahead and we can fill up our hole from our old lock that we had on here, this cam lock that ended up being broken, and our neighbor will be good to go. Well, I think that about does it here for our installation of the Global Link baggage door lock here on our enclosed trailer. My name's Kevin. Thanks for watching.